All right. Ian,
Pat.
it's time for the Patreon poll Q&A topic, and you know exactly where to go, Ian. Exactly. This is like a neck strike attack. You know exactly on the 5th anniversary where to go to access the CU Podcast Patreon, Ian.
www.patreon.com/CU Podcast.
Woo, you had to think. He had to think.
I did. I really had to fucking zone in. I zoned the fuck in on that.
To Ian's credit, after the first 9 times of screwing up, he's gotten better. He's like 50-50 now. It's slowly his batting average is now like 115.
Yeah.
He's getting there. He's like a pitcher's batting average now when it comes to that. And there you can access Ian's writings that come up every Tuesday or Wednesday. Ian's thinking of something right now to write later.
Yeah,
today.
I was like, oh shit, what am I writing
Yes,
about?
Ian.
What
Yes,
am I writing about this week?
I hate having to rise you to get those out, but we got that going on. We have also the monthly hangouts with Ian, and then we also have the Patreon poll topic. And this was a runaway hit this time out, I believe. Let me check here. Let me check patreon.com/CU Podcast and see what we got here. But it was, I think, 59 or 69% here. I just want to make sure I got this right here. Yes. Oh, excuse me, a little bit less. So the one that's died out that was second place before was, do you miss cheesy / bad games based on movies and TV shows? 8%, which could be the lowest ever. Second place, 38%, most overrated popular gaming console from the past. And then number 1 at 53%. What expensive / rare video game item does Pat or Ian regret buying? Ian, what do you regret ever buying?
There's a lot of things that I started to regret buying right towards the end of my collecting. I really regret most of the stuff that I bought for the NES.
Were they expensive or rare? Or both?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't pay a ton for a lot of that stuff, I guess. But what were some of the ones that I did pay more for? None of it was over 100, but I was paying upwards of 80 to 90 for stuff at the end, like I think it was like my Power Blade 2 and things like that. Basically, I wanted to get out of collecting, and I was still buying expensive stuff when I was thinking about getting rid of it, and I never really used it or had any fun with it, so I got rid of it. My Wonder Swan stuff, I wish I'd never bought my Wonder Swan stuff.
Oh, it's no NG.
Neo Geo Pocket Color, NGPC.
It rolls off the tongue.
I like the Wonder Swan, but I just didn't need to start another collection. Wonder Swan stuff's not crazy pricey, especially the black and white stuff, but crystals are expensive. I bought a Wonder Swan crystal. I'm happy I have the crystal. I didn't need to buy a black and white. I didn't need to buy a Wonder Swan color. I didn't need to buy the Wonder Swan color, Final Fantasy II collector's set. I got rid of all that shit. It was stuff that I bought and had in my collection for almost no time at all. Mm-hmm. There was, I don't know, I feel like that there's probably other people out there who were going through the motions of buying stuff for their collection when their heart was maybe not still in it, and I don't know, probably turned around and got rid of it almost immediately. So yeah, I think my Wonder Swan stuff, especially like my Final Fantasy II collector's set, was one of those. And I regret buying any of the I kind of regret paying any amount of money for any of the turbo stuff I have. Actual turbo stuff that I had, like the
fire sale.
Like the guns and like the games I got from like Nintendo Dan and stuff when he was selling his stuff, because I have no. I want to get those games on the PC Engine at some point, anyways. The only games that I want for the turbo graphics are the ones that absolutely require language, like JB Harold Murder Club and stuff like that. I don't need the other ones. So,
and then some of the US ones that you'd want as must-haves, like Splatterhouse, they're not super expensive, or weren't anyway.
Right.
Like $30, 20 back in the day, 15. Now they're more money, but Bonk was never that expensive until the past few years.
So that's stuff that I kind of regret spending money on. When I think about like big ticket rare items that I have my Pokemon Center Limited Game Boy Light. I don't regret that. Limited. And I don't regret my Sapphire, which is a whole long story. Those things I'm happy I have. And a lot of the stuff
You didn't buy your Sapphire.
Yeah, I know.
So you can't. It wasn't a purchase.
I worked for it. And then a lot of the stuff that I had that would have been rare, I got when I was younger, and it's either I didn't get it for much or I sold it off, and it's been so long I can't regret it.
I've made some Nintendo Dan purchases, 2 or 3 sizable purchases where I was trying to buy more and save. I've also bought more and saved from Craigslist. That's where Ian got his cheap Turbo Express, where I had to spend hundreds of dollars in order to get something. You're not selling that Turbo Express on my dead body. I went to like the fucking. I thought I was gonna get knifed during that deal.
Knifed
in that guy's bedroom. Anyway, I kind of regret buying all those rare Saturn and Sega CD games, all the working designs ones, and
didn't you sell them all off?
no.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
still
sell
have
them.
them?
What the
Okay.
fuck?
I thought you might have gotten rid of them at one point. Because I know you said you regret them.
Ian's trying to crash the market there.
No, I'm not. I
The
thought
Sega CD market.
I just know you've said you regret them before.
I mean, I'm not gonna play them, right? I mean, they're cool. They were in front of me, and I was getting like, it wasn't like 10% of the value. I was paying like 50%, 60%, and I did get Snatcher. I really wanted at the time, so I got like that with it. So that was, that was sort of the deal. And plus, I had I had a certain writer with me that was going through the deals. I wasn't posturing for him, but he saw. That's a whole other conversation. But anyway, so that was that deal. You know what I really regret thinking back out of everything? I bought this Caltron 6-in-1 from someone for like $180.
It was 145.
And I remember at the time thinking, this might be a decent deal. He has the manual. He's going to get the manual for me. And then about 3 months later, a whole fucking horde of Caltron 6-in-1 sealed were found in Mexico. And we're going for like $180 sealed.
Yep.
And so that I kind of got hosed on that deal, I think. And you know what? I don't think I ever got that manual. The more I think about it, I don't think I ever got that manual. So I think I'm entitled to a discount.
I
Ian.
told you that manual might come around.
I think I'm entitled to a Pat.
It's not my fault that the world fucked you in the face.
A Pat Caltron discount. I think I'm entitled to it there. So I really heavily regret that one. Because at the time I was like, yeah, I can just buy it sealed, and you still can. What does a Caltron 6-in-1 sealed go for? It's never. It used to be over $1,000. And then they came way down. I remember Super Collector.
Yeah, it did crash down about 6 months later.
Super Collector Steve Lynn, I remember he had one years back. I said, you should sell that. I even said at the time, this was like back in Jersey at Digital Press. He had one sealed. They said, you think I should sell this? I had offers. He said, yeah, you should sell that because I don't think there's ever going to be any more money. And they might find something. And guess what? Like 5-6 years later, they found them. So I went, yeah, I regret that. I don't think I'm doing a deal with that Ian person again. But let's see what a Caltron goes for.
Yes, because I was doing insider trading.
It wasn't insider trading. There's no sealed ones for sale. Actually, there is. You can get a graded one for $500. You can get a sealed one there. So they've come up back from like the 200, but they're still really cheap. And you can probably wait out because there's now 1,000 of those in collectors' hands, or hundreds at least. Ooh, there's a PAL version. Never saw the PAL box before. PAL version's pretty right there. So anyway, so that's what I regret, Ian. That's what I regret.